Hi, it's me again, Janice from Birth and Beyond. I got cut off from my last video, unfortunately, so I am just going to continue on with this video with part two. I was talking about the things that I use in my family to help with grooming our children and help with that um, puzzle that we call grooming children. And I was talking about communication, having open communication. So one of the things that my husband and I try to do is we try to have family check-ins. And what the family check-in consists of everyone at the table, every person in our family sit at the table, and it is a safe place. So my husband and I have 6 children. We have 3 girls and 3 boys. The oldest is 15 and the youngest is 7, and we sit down and we give them opportunities to give us updates, things that they like about our family, things that they don't like, things that they wish would change, things that they wish we would do more of. We allow them to give us critiques as their parents. What do they feel like we're doing good at? What do they feel like we're not doing good at? And then we give them critiques. About things that we feel as if we want them to work on or we want to change or work on as a family. And it's a non-judgmental atmosphere, so we're as parents, we're not allowed to get upset or mad or offended, by what they say. Well, I would like to dig in a little bit about offense. Sometimes you can control about being offended, but we can't we don't we go in knowing that we may hear something that may prick our hearts or shock us, but um we leave with the opportunity to still just talk it out. So open communication is one of those tools that we use and we should use with our children, because we want them to be able to talk to us, and we want them to be able to talk to us about anything. And we want us to be the first people that they go to about life situations and life questions and life challenges, because of course, that the parents, we're going to try to give them the best advice as we can. So that's the thing we do about communications. We sit down, we have family check-ins, and we allow our children to express themselves about the pros and cons that they feel is going on in our family. The next thing I would like to talk about is empathy. Um, I think that I'm pretty big on trying to empathize with people. Um, Empathizing doesn't always mean that you, I guess, agree with the behavior or anything, but it's just trying to understand where the person is at. And so sometimes I think as adults we forget what it was like as a child. And so I try with my children to put myself in their shoes. Um, that doesn't leave a room for my children to be disrespectful or anything of that nature, or to get away with anything, but just trying to understand that they're not adults. They don't think the way I do. They're not going to respond the way I respond. They're not going to feel the way I feel about certain situations. So trying to see things through their eyes and trying to understand how something is affecting them, and letting them know that I'm there to support them and to guide them and to encourage them, and even to correct them in love, but having that empathy, trying to get to their level and let them know that I get it, even though they may not still feel it, but maybe there's something that can connect with them, with me trying to show that I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to relate to you. I think that's the biggest thing. I want my children to know that I'm trying to relate to them, so that they feel comfortable to have an open communication with me, and they can feel that mom is not trying to dismiss them, but trying to understand them. So I think that's where the empathy comes in. Love. we sit around sometimes and we just go around and have a love section. What does that look like? Everybody goes around and express why they love every person at the table. So sometimes my husband may kick it off. Sometimes I may kick it off. Sometimes one of the children may kick it off. So what it looks like is that if, let's say, my husband kicked it off. So my husband will go around the table and express to all 6 of his children individually what he loves about them. And he will express to me what he loves about me. And then everyone at the table will do the same thing towards each individual. We'll go around telling them why we love them and what we love about them. And then sometimes it'll be written. We have to write down what we love, 1 or 2 things, what we love about each other. And we actually have a wall. I think I made them do that because one day they were just completely arguing and it just seemed like they weren't getting along. So I made them sit down and take a sheet of paper and they had to write down 3 things that they love about each other. And then they had to express it to one another, and we literally have posted it on the wall in our hallways of things of why we love each other. So that's our thing about love. Trying to understand our children's love language, trying to understand what makes them feel like they're loved. That's a lot more in-depth video later on, but one of the things that we do mostly is a love check-in, where we actually sit down and we talk to each other about what we love about each other, or what we love that each other do for one another. And we also ask them, do they feel loved? That's another thing. We ask them, do they feel like we say, I love you? Or do you know, and my husband would be like, do you know daddy loves you? Or I say, do you know mommy loves you? And they would say yes. And then we would ask them, well, why? What do we do to make you feel loved? So I would ask my children, okay, do you know mommy loves you? And they said yes. Okay, how do you know mommy loves you? And they will express how. And for the younger kids, they may not know how to express. So it'll be like, well, what do mommy do to make you feel loved? Or what do mommy do to make you know that I love you? And is there anything mommy can do to make you feel more love? And that just give them opportunities to express themselves. And some be like, no, there's nothing that you can do. And then some actually have some things that they want us to do to make them feel more love, and we try to implement those things. So those are the things we do about love. Now, forgiveness. We teach forgiveness in this house because we're human. We're going to make mistakes. And one of the things that I have always told my oldest child, which is a girl, is that I am most likely going to be apologizing to you the most. The reason being is because you're my first. So everything is a first experience with you. She's 15 right now. So next year, I will have a 16-year-old. Next year, she's going to be experiencing being 16 for the first time. And next year, I'm going to experience being a mother of a 16-year-old for the first time. So that's untouched territory for the both of us. I've never raised a 16-year-old before. She's never been a 16 before. So that's new territory. So there's going to be mistakes. I'm going to say something that's going to hurt her feelings. I'm going to do something that's going to hurt her feelings. There's going to be times where I'm going to have to apologize. And there's going to be times where she's going to have to apologize to me. And we're going to have to learn to forgive one another, because we're human. And it happens. So we literally talk about forgiveness and what forgiveness looks like and how forgiveness functions in this family and in our household and things of that nature. And we talk about how forgiveness is not easy and how forgiveness takes time and what forgiveness really looks like, and that I'm not too above them to ask for forgiveness. I have asked my children for forgiveness. Things that I may have said or did just out of frustration or anger or something like that. And I had to gather myself. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just a little tired. I'm frustrated, or I'm whatever. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled. Or I'm sorry. I should have allowed you to finish your statement because I thought you was going to say one thing, but you really was about to say something. And if I took the time to listen and slow down, I really would have heard what you was about to say. I'm sorry. I'm not too good because I'm the mother, to say I'm sorry. So that's something else that we operate and work on daily with our family. And we teach them that, you know, saying I'm sorry is actually looking the person in their eyes and saying not only that I'm sorry, but what you're sorry about. I'm sorry for doing. I'm sorry for saying. I'm sorry for whatever it is. Not I'm sorry. And we let them know it's body language. You know, I'm sorry with an attitude. Nope, we don't do that. No, if you're sincerely sorry, you're going to give a sincere apology. And so that is something else that we work on. So those are my 4 tips for now. As I said, open communication, empathy, love, and forgiveness. So those are my 4 tips that I want to share with you ladies and everyone who watched my video. I also want to announce this is my launch video. So I have more videos that I plan on actually showing starting in June. So as I said, this is Birth and Beyond, where we talk about family, breastfeeding, pregnancy, labor, delivery, and anything dealing with family. So if you have any comments or any questions that you would like to ask me, please put them in the comments below. I would love to be able to talk to you guys about anything that you guys want to talk about. Once again, I am a certified doula and a certified breastfeeding peer counselor. So that is my specialty in my areas of specialties. And I am a mother of 6, so I have a little bit of, you know, knowledge to give out on being a mom of multiple children. So as again, I say, if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, please leave comments, please like, please share, please subscribe to this YouTube video. And I look forward to talking to you guys and more later. Have a good day. Enjoy your Mother's Day. Bye.